2, 1.
Happy Monday morning. Welcome to KSAT News Now. Thanks for being with us to start off the week. It was a good weekend.
Yeah, it was, and we know a lot of people are off today, and there's no school as well, so we appreciate everyone hanging out with us on this President's Day. So a holiday there, some people may be taking some time off, taking advantage of President's Day sales.
I was going to say, usually people are out shopping today. So
yeah, a lot of those
day,
things.
It's going to be warm. But we're also streaming and podcasting. Subscribe and like us there. RJ, you went to the rodeo this weekend.
Did go to the rodeo. Got to see Tim McGraw, yes, and it was a solid show. I will say that. I don't want to.
He liked it. He had fun.
Throw Tim McGraw.
All right.
Through the dirt, I guess, to say the least. But I noticed he was pretty fast. It was a 1 hour show, and it was kind of one of those things where it's a rodeo setting, so it's a little bit of different type of vibe and feel. But he played the classics, so yeah, good on Tim there. It was a solid show.
Glad we have your rating. Thank you so much, RJ. Well, we have some top stories to talk about today, including the latest on Deshaun Watson, that Deshaun Watson case, and some new mask rules for a popular cruise line, plus a secret message on a Starbucks cup that is, of course, now a viral story.
Yeah, very interesting story there. But before we get to those stories, we bring in meteorologist Sarah Spivey. Thank you very much for being with us, Sarah, this Monday morning. And this morning it was a little foggy, a little bit rainy.
Some drizzle out there, but I'm looking outside, we see the sun right now, and temperatures are going to soar today. We'll be in the 80s, but tomorrow we're going to be close to 90 degrees. And then, guys, in the week ahead, big temperature drop this week for us. We're talking going from near 90 degrees to being in the 30s, and we even have to talk about the possibility for some freezing drizzle. So winter is not over. Let's get down to business and talk about the forecast for you at home. Know that, again, tomorrow is going to be a warm one, but then by Wednesday morning, that's when the front is going to move through, and we'll talk about that 5-day forecast in just a bit. But for now, temperatures are starting to rise as skies are clearing. It's 73 in San Antonio. That's up from our morning low in the 60s, where we had some mist and drizzle. But as you can see, we're heading into a mostly sunny afternoon, and so because of that, high temperatures are going to soar. By the afternoon, we'll be in the low 80s, and we'll have winds breezy from the south at 10 to 20 miles per hour. All right, let's talk about tomorrow too. Tomorrow not going to start off as cloudy as today, and so because of that, we'll be even warmer tomorrow. There are going to be areas southwest of San Antonio that get into the 90s. Now you may think, oh, well, that might be record breaking, but actually on this day in 1996, we hit 100 degrees. So yeah, it is possible to get that warm in February, and tomorrow we'll be pushing 90. Okay, let's talk about that big weather maker that I was mentioning that's going to drop our temperatures. So Tuesday in the afternoon, we're going to be near 90 degrees, but then that front is going to move through Wednesday morning, and it's going to drop our temperatures into the 30s and 40s throughout the day on Wednesday. By Wednesday night and Thursday morning, we're going to have to be on alert for the potential for freezing drizzle, mainly north of San Antonio. So up in the hill country. Any kind of accumulations would be very, very light and on elevated surfaces, but it's still something that we're going to want to keep our eye on. Elsewhere, including San Antonio, just some light cold rain, but that forecast can change. Because we're still a few days out, it's all going to be about where does that freezing line lie. So you're going to need to pay attention to the forecast throughout the week. We're going to keep you updated. Best place to see the forecast, other than KSAT News Now and on TV, is on the KSAT Weather Authority app, guys. So what do you think about the possibility for winter making a comeback by the end of this week?
I mean, it's keeping us on our toes, reminds us of what a winter in Texas is like. The 80s, humidity, it's hot, and then another day, cold.
Yeah, and that's something that Justin had mentioned during our 9 a.m. show, was that just February seems to be one of the more like up and down, usually more erratic weather months, right?
Absolutely, because we get those strong, potent cold fronts. I mean, remember last year we got the winter storm, and in 1996 we hit 100 degrees, and in 2017 we got 5 tornadoes in February. So yeah, February can be an erratic month, and in the words of Stefan from Saturday Night Live, this week has everything.
Oh man, look at Justin over there. He's taking credit for that. I did hear them talking about this before we started. That's pretty good there, Sarah. Thank you very much, and we will continue to keep track of these developing weather patterns. Pretty interesting.
All right, and here at home this weekend marked 2 months since the disappearance of Elena Kill, and it was actually supposed to be a celebration of her 4th birthday. However, instead the family held a grim observance for the little girl.
Today was hard because we had prayed and just believed and hoped that she would be here and we'd be having this loud honking celebration. Instead, it turned into an observance.
Right there is Pamela Allen, the founder, CEO of Eagle Flight, talking. So to represent Lena's 4 years, 4 doves were released in her honor, and to dedicate to her, a translator for the family was present who said that the family is of course still suffering, adding that her birthday, obviously, Alicia, is still very painful.
The community continues to rally for Lena's safe return. A new donor actually gave $80,000 over the weekend, helping increase the Islamic Center's reward to $200,000. Again, that's all been raised by the Islamic Center. That amount, combined with Crime Stoppers SAPD rewards, now total $250,000.
Yeah, so there's definitely people that are still trying to raise money and try and get any information or clues on her disappearance. So if you have any information about Elena Kill, call the San Antonio Police Department at 210-207-7660. And we talked about this on Friday, how there's volunteer groups that continue to go out and look for her, and obviously they're still keeping her name in everyone's memory, and it just continues to be just a strange and just a very difficult ordeal.
And again, going back to SAPD, they continue to say that they are very focused on this case, and although there hasn't been many developments, the search for her has not stopped. But in Houston, happening today, a special hearing is scheduled this afternoon involving a lawsuit for the Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson. So we heard a lot about this last year.
Yeah, that's right, Alicia. So obviously Deshaun Watson has been accused of sexual misconduct during a massage therapy session. So 22 women have filed civil lawsuits against the quarterback, and today's hearing will decide whether or not Watson's deposition can be delayed until all accusers have been deposed themselves.
Okay, so this part, the deposed, which means Watson's lawyer wants all women to give sworn answers, so a sworn statement. Watson's deposition was set for Thursday, but now that could change.
And this is one of those cases as well that we've seen kind of play out now over several months and periods. Deshaun Watson, it's hard to believe he didn't even play a snap in this past year when it came to playing for the Texans. So he's obviously has this hanging over him, and I think hopefully we can start to get some answers on this, because it seems like right now they're at this just the stalemate.
Standstill.
Yeah, standstill for sure.
22 women.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is, and that's the thing too, is that I think that with the amount of women that are involved in this case as well, I think it'll be interesting to see kind of what angles that the lawyers for both sides kind of play in this as well, because obviously Deshaun has denied all of these allegations and stuff, but yeah, that'll be interesting moving forward.
All right, well, we have some mask mandate updates for you. Last week, we updated you on changes at Disney and then music festivals, including Stagecoach and Coachella. Now, Carnival Cruises, they're also relaxing its mask rules.
That's right. Before we get into this, are you a do you like to go on cruises, or have you been on a few?
I don't think I've ever been on a cruise. Now that I think of it.
So we've done a few. We've done some of the Disney cruises, and we've also done the Carnival Cruises as well. So that's exactly what we're talking about here. And it always kind of intrigues me how when the pandemic started that a lot of this started on actual cruise ships.
On the cruise, which is probably why I wouldn't never go again, or at all.
Yeah, well, as of next Tuesday, March 1st, although it'll still be recommended, masks will not be required to board Carnival cruise ships, and the move comes after the CDC put cruises from a level 4 category to a level 3, and that is still considered high risk.
Passengers are advised to be up to date with their vaccine, and according to the company's website, proof of vaccine is still required, as well as pre-cruise COVID-19 testing. So I went to go check that out. There are some requirements depending on when you were vaccinated, of course, your age. So if you have a Carnival cruise set up in the near future, you want to definitely check out their website for all the stipulations that they have listed there.
Yeah, and that's been something that's been, I guess, put on the shelf for a little bit, especially with cruises. It seems like a lot more kind of getting back out to sea, and a lot of people really do enjoy it because all your entertainment is just basically contained to that one cruise ship, which is kind of nice. You don't have to worry about traveling anywhere or taking the car to any other place. So, but still, now that I think about it, being in such close quarters, it's such a weird. Yes.
I mean,
those rooms are not big.
Maybe
you're gonna, like,
it's not like
out.
one little room, but I mean, we saw it at the beginning. Of course, this is when nerves were at like an all-time high. No one knew about this virus, and the people who were testing or showing symptoms because, you know, it took forever to confirm back then. Yeah. But they were confined to their small little room.
Right, yeah, definitely. So interesting news there that Carnival's kind of going a little bit more lax on some of those mask requirements. Okay, Alicia, well, the NBA stars were shining in Cleveland this weekend. Yes, sir. And that included San Antonio Spurs point guard Dejounte Murray.
That was exciting.
That was, yeah. I love seeing DJ out there.
Again, watch the highlights on Instagram. Well, this was Dejounte's first career All-Star game appearance, and he did not disappoint. DJ dropped 17 points along with 5 rebounds and 5 assists and looked great doing it.
Yeah, those are Justin Horn type numbers at the gym, man. He's not listening. So here's what I found interesting about this game, Alicia, and which is because I wanted to watch this. Usually Spurs players kind of take a backseat during the game. I mean, think about Tim Duncan. He was so like kind of soft-spoken and stuff. Manu, but DJ was just like, nah, man, we good. I'm balling out tonight. He didn't really say that. I just made that up.
All right. Well, Team LeBron won the All-Star game over Team Durant. The Spurs shared several videos and pictures of Murray over the weekend on the team's Instagram account. I definitely saw those. Yeah. The Spurs returned to action this Friday.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw that the fit that Dejounte was wearing, the suit he was wearing. Yes, the suit he was wearing after the game.
Well, while you look it up for me, I want to read some comments. The Worm 1212 says, boy is older than me, but I still feel like a proud parent seeing him grow with the team. Solly Sid, he looks like he had an absolute blast this weekend. We love to see it. And then this last comment here, I feel like a proud dad seeing DJ as an all-star.
Yeah, so those are some great comments there. And then, and one of the videos that they posted was of him and LeBron James, and Spurs fans are always quick to be like, oh, that's it, LeBron confirmed to San Antonio.
Oh gosh, that's funny. I liked that video because it just really showed how eager he was. I mean, I know when we meet people in our industry, I try to keep it cool, you know, but inner me is Dejounte.
Yeah, and Dejounte's always looked up to LeBron for a lot of stuff, and he's always said that LeBron's basically been like a big brother type of mentor for him and stuff. They're part of the same agency as well, Clutch. So yeah, good stuff there from Dejounte. He showed out. So what do you think of the suit? I'm showing.
So I'm trying to find the pattern, what it's called. You learned this.
Houndstooth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
so he had a black and a houndstooth suit.
Yeah. Look good.
And then a collarless.
Yeah, it's like a little button-up collarless. Yeah, but yeah, he was definitely shining. Yeah, good stuff there from Dejounte Murray, his first All-Star game appearance. And as we just mentioned, the Spurs are back this Friday, second half of the season, ready to go. Go Spurs,
still not at home though, right? Because the rodeo is until Sunday.
Yes, they're still on the road for 3 more games. And the big story moving ahead for the Spurs is one, will they get into the play-in round? But also Greg Popovich about to break the all-time coaching record there.
Yeah. Go Pop.
Go Pop. Go Pop. Yeah.
All right. So Starbucks.
Yes. And I do have a question for you, Alicia, here. So when you order Starbucks, do you ever get a nice message on your cup? Maybe something saying like, have a nice day, or maybe even just a message of encouragement. Have you ever gotten that?
Well, unfortunately, no. The nicest thing has been that my name has been spelled correctly, or sometimes I've, like 1 or 2 times, I've gotten it for free because someone in front pays for it.
Paid for it, yeah. How do they misspell your name? They just put like a Y in there?
Alesh.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
just all sorts
weird.
of different weird. Well, this story here out of Corpus has a lot of people talking this morning because it is about a recent message written on a Starbucks cup down the road there. So on Friday, a barista saw a teen girl by herself late at night. When she was approached by a man, this is the teen, the barista went to the teen to give her a hot chocolate and said that someone just forgot to actually pick it up.
The cup actually had a secret message for the girl that read, Quote, "Are you okay? Do you want us to intervene? If you do, take the lid off the cup," end quote. The teen was okay and let the barista and the whole team know afterwards. Again, she was talking to this man,
Yeah,
and
so
they didn't know each other.
Didn't know each other.
And the
This man
barista
went up to her. Yeah,
picked up on it.
Yeah, definitely. Just kind of noticed it. So the teen's mom is named Brandy Roberson. She shared a pic of the cup, and the story is now viral. It made the rounds on social media.
She said she was like, oh, and she looked up and she said all of the employees were all just staring at her, just ready to help. And she was so touched by that. Great example for other people, for other businesses to, I don't know if that Starbucks trains their baristas that way, but if they do, bravo. If they don't, my gosh, take a note from, this crew.
Yeah, it's one of those, if you see something, say something. In this case, they wrote it out, and I think they played their cards correctly, because if it was a dangerous situation, well, you don't want the person, that suspect, to even know that something is going on, that someone is trying to help them. But that post has been shared more than 72,000 times.
And we have some comments here. The first one from Paula is, what a blessing in the form of a, quote, barista angel. Very cool there. And Marlena says, that's awesome. Better to be safe than sorry, like you said. This is a good way to sort of approach it.
And then Eddie Chris Valdez, wow, caring group of employees. And also on KSAT.com, The Real Truth commented, fabulous people at that Starbucks. They're doing the Lord's work. This will never be forgotten by that mother. Great representation of that Texas kindness. That's right, the Southern hospitality.
There we go. Yeah, and good looking out by that barista there. I'm sure that they're getting some good vibes going their way after this story. And again, been shared by a lot of people. And just again, a little way to just kind of recognize your customers and just make sure that everyone is okay.
And then it's also a lesson for us. I mean, if you see something, there's a way that you may be able to help.
Yeah.
So I know one of the recent changes at like salons here in Texas is that the stylists can report if they suspect something, and there's signage all around the salons now, including in the bathrooms. If they, and this is because most women who are victims of human trafficking, well, they go get them dolled up. They have them go to these salons. So usually that's a good escape for them there.
Yeah, that's
with a stylist.
Yeah, no, that's a very interesting point there. So again, a lot of people are commenting on that post on Facebook, and a couple of people commenting on our Facebook stream here. Just mostly people saying Happy President's Day. This is from Elida Moreno, and she's just saying good morning to y'all. So good morning to her. And Jessica Smith saying hope all is well. Susan Garza say, oh hi y'all. Rodeo time.
Rodeo time. Last night was Noche del Vaquero.
Yes.
So they had Ramon Ayala.
Oh yeah.
After Mickey Guyton, she was at 1 p.m. And then tonight, let's see here. What day is it? It's the 21st.
Yes.
Who is here today? Oh, Little Big Town.
Okay, here we go.
Little Big Town. And then tomorrow, Extreme Bulls with 3 Doors Down. 3 Doors Down as in like the 90s?
Yes, that 90s band 3 Doors Down. Why, did that just pique your interest right now?
It kind of did.
Okay.
What is it? The
Katie
Kryptonite.
Blake told me she's going to go.
Kryptonite. That's like one of the big songs, right?
I Can Be Your Superman. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And then Wednesday is going to be a really good lineup because that's the Texas Storytellers. So a lot of talented gentlemen there. You have Colby Cooper, Kevin Fowler, Jack Ingram, Corey Morrow. I never can say his last name.
Corey Morrow?
Morrow.
Yeah.
And Mike Ryan. Yeah. They're all going to be there on Wednesday. So it's a good lineup this last week of the rodeo. So if you haven't been, now's your chance.
I will say though, from my experience on Saturday, just get there early because parking is just ridiculous.
So I went
out there right now.
I think on Wednesday or Thursday, parking was not bad. I mean, you have to expect that on a Saturday. Tim McGraw, 2 shows, an hour parking for you, right? That's what you posted on Instagram?
It could have been even more, but someone was willing to basically let us park in their driveway.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, so, give them a few bucks. Yeah, but they were kind of nice about it and stuff. So we had to improvise. It was on the
I've
fly.
always said that if I lived near like a concert venue, I would totally be that one. Like, you can park here.
Well, there you go. That's exactly what happened.
Well, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in this President's Day Monday. We will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Remember to subscribe to our podcast as well.
Have a good Monday.
Oh, man.